With just a week's time for Shreya to go to university, she's been asking some of her favorite food that she loves eating. Pani Puri, Sev Puri or any kind of chaats has always been her favorite. So today I'm making Sev Puri for her and of course for all of us as well. So I quickly begin to make meeta chutney first, for which I have 25 dates soaked in water for 2 hours time that I use the water as well to grind into a paste. And parallelly, I quickly chop 3 big potatoes into quarters to pressure cook for 1 whistle. In a saucepan, I add in the dates paste. And I've also got 20 grams of tamarind soaked in water for 2 hours time that I separate the pulp to get thick tamarind paste. To this I add 20 grams of jaggery, a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, salt to taste, a teaspoon of black salt, a teaspoon of chaat masala, and I combine it with water to get a thick flowing consistency, allowing the jaggery to melt on its own. I set the pan aside and drain the water from the pressure cooker, allowing the potatoes to cool down. Now to make tikka chutney, I have 2 handfuls of mint leaves and 2 handfuls of coriander leaves that I've washed both of them in a bowl full of water, which is very important to get rid of the dirt, which is not the same when washed in running water. Squeezing up the leaves from the top and letting the dirt settle at the bottom. I have a nice big chunk of ginger that I roughly chop and 3 green chilies that I add into the mixie jar along with salt to taste and water to grind. I have low-fat yogurt in a bowl, keeping it ready to be combined with the mint and coriander chutney. Adding in half a fresh lime to finish off. The potatoes are now cooled down that I just break them into small pieces but not mashing them. Into a pan, I add in a tablespoon of oil, a cup of peas, that I saute, and to this I add the potatoes. One-eighth teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, half a teaspoon of chaat masala, salt to taste, and I combine. This is the filling that will go in the puris. I'm almost done with all the elements of the Sev Puri that I now finely chop 1 medium-sized onion and a few coriander leaves and keep them ready in bowls. We always have the mindset of making chaats at home being a very tedious job, but it's actually not. Simple and quick chutneys like the ones that I made today are very easy to make, that can be made in very less time, and making chaats at home, we can be assured of having it all clean and cooked in a hygienic way, and also get a very good portion to eat easily, around 20 to 25 puris per head, then just 6 puris served in a plate at the chaat center. I have fried these golgappas now and everything ready. We cannot wait to eat. This is dahi to have dahi Sev Puri just for my husband and Saniku, for which I add salt and cumin powder with very little of water and combine. Now to the meeta pani, the jaggery has melted. After the taste, I felt the need of adding in a teaspoon of amchur powder, which made it taste all good and perfect. Shrey has also washed 2 cups of dal makhani for tonight's dinner. There's still plenty of time for lunch that I thought I can quickly iron my mother's saree that I had showed in my last video. And whenever I work with sarees, I prefer to give it a good press, which will uplift the whole look of the saree. And this saree wasn't used for many years now, so this was important to give it a fresh look. I'm keeping it ready to work with it after lunch. It's raining outside, still very warm though, and I think we have made the perfect lunch for today, enjoying Sev Puri for this weather. We have filled in the potatoes and pea stuffing in each puri, and then we add in onions. We ensured to keep all the dry ingredients in the puri, in which way the puris will be crispy for a long time. We haven't filled any chutneys in this, but we'll be serving them in katoris separately. It's always a good idea to keep the liquid separate, as everyone have their own individual taste, that they can fill up the puris according to their taste. This was indeed a treat for all of us.
ಅದರಾಗೆ ದಹಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು ಅಪ್ಪಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರು ತಿಂದು ಡೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಂಡೋಣ ಓಕೆ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆಣಸಿನ್ಕಾಯಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ.
After a good lunch, now is the time to work with the saree. The plan here is to make a ready-to-wear saree at home, especially for this one, as it's a heavy silk saree, which is quite tedious to work with the frills and the pallu when wearing. So for which, I start off from the right side of the fabric, which is the inner portion, by tucking it and giving it a wrap, and then draping the pallu over the shoulder, in which way the whole of the middle section of the saree will be the center to make the pleats. Now when you're making the pleats, always ensure to make the pleats right next to each other than a straight line, in which way all the pleats will be seen clearly. Holding them tight and giving them a good shake will make all the pleats fall in place. I pin it up to hold them secure. Now to make the pallu, which is the very heavy designed section, you can have as many pleats as you wish to the desired length, but now keeping the pleats aligned in a straight line. I'm using a chair as a support, will always help to work with a saree. I pin the first one right at the end, and then the next pin slightly towards the end of the decorated part of the pallu. Getting it on my shoulder to measure the length. Now I bought this a big collection of threads from India this time. Now if you're wondering why stitch, we can just leave the safety pins on the saree. When safety pins left on the saree over a period of time, the metal will rust, which will imperatively ruin the saree, and also the safety pin might open up, which will not hold the saree and its pleats securely. So for which just a stitch will always hold the pleats, creating a ready to wear saree at any time that you wish. Now I open up the safety pin from the pleats, and with the festival season approaching, one after the other, having a ready to wear saree will be a lot easy. If you do not have a sewing machine at home, you can always do a hand stitch with a needle and a thread. Now I am doing the same for the pallu, as we need just a very small stitch to hold them together. I have given one small stitch to the length that will be needed when I measured it on my shoulder, and I have given another stitch just to the top of the design section, in which way when you drape the saree, pinning it onto 2 different length on the pallu will keep the pleats intact. Now with the saree ready to wear, I have just pleated the remaining part to hang up. This saree will work just like a wraparound skirt that can be easily worn by anybody, including students who do not know how to wear a saree. I'm keeping this saree ready for Shreya to take it to her university if she wishes to. We have this really cool organizer from Costway that we are really looking forward to see it assembled. Costway provides an excellent range of products from all that you need to all that you wish for. And this is exactly just the thing we needed and wished to have at home. With us three girls at home, we do have a lot of jewelry, accessories and makeup that has taken a lot of space in the wardrobe, on the dressing table and the drawer spaces as well. Having one separate mobile standing lockable jewelry cabinet with a full length mirror was so much needed. We have everything that is needed in just one box to assemble, which made it quite easy and straightforward. Shreya and me put it together in just 20 minutes time. Costway is also offering 10% off on this jewelry cabinet, so make sure to use my coupon code at the checkout. I'm leaving all the details in the description box for you all to have a look at. What I loved the most is this stand having wheels and that we can easily move around to any of the rooms. This stand is not just easy to store but is also compact, asking very little space for itself. And as always, my husband Santosh is there to help us around when we need him. So we got this mirror with the organizer attached. We are now ready to move it easily into the landing area. Yes, you heard it right, landing area. Now we could have had it in any of the rooms, but we thought let's add this element of mirror which will make the landing look more spacious and adding elegance to the not much used area. And all three of us will be using this cabinet to store our jewelry and all our makeup accessories. This would be the right place to keep it. This cabinet may look quite compact but has a luxurious designated space for each and every makeup essential that can be kept very neatly. So me and Shreya have started to fill it up with all our favorites.
ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ.
So many.
ನಂದು ಇಳಿಸ್ತೈತಂದ್ರೆ.
Yeah, definitely.
ಅಲ್ಲ?
Yeah.
ನಂದು ತಗೊಂಬರ್ಲಾ?
Yeah.
ಇಯರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಸರಿನಾ?
My jhumkas have actually been squished in these tiny little drawers, but now I'm glad they will have their own space in which way they will not be broken.
ಅವಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಪಿರ್ಕಿನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡು, ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ನಾಗ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತೈತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ತಕ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಂತ.
The best part of having these organizers at home is you can keep all your jewelry in one place, in which way we will know where is what. Sometimes, or in fact many a times, we do tend to forget what we have at home with them being covered in boxes deep down the drawer section.
ಚಿಂಟಿ ಬ್ರಷಸ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಪೌಚ್ನಾಗ.
Yeah, okay.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರನಾಗ ಮಿರರ್ಸ್ ಇಡೋಣ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. ನೀನು ನೆಕ್ಲೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀಯ?
Okay.
ಅಪ್ಪಿ ಇವನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸೈಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇರೋದು ಇವೊಂದು ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲ.
We have arranged the small necklaces on one side and I've used the other side of the cabinet to hang the longer length necklace.
ಚಲೋ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಲಿಂದ ತಂದಿದ್ದ ಸಾಮಾನು ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗೆ.
Yeah, that's very nice. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಜಾಗ.
This jewelry cabinet has lots of slots, different compartments, hooks to hang, drawers to pull and pockets inside, providing ample storage space for each and every jewelry and makeup.
ಇದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀಯಪ್ಪಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚು.
I'm so happy with the way that we have managed to keep so many things in this jewelry cabinet from Costway that also provides the feature to lock and creating a nice piece of furniture in the house. And now that I have the jewelry cabinet ready with all the jewelries easily seen that I can mix and match with what I want to wear and all that is needed in just one place, keeping it ready to be worn for the function that I'm going to attend very soon. Now for tonight, I'm making dal makhani with rice. So I drain out the water from the grains and pressure cook with fresh water for just one whistle. In a pan, I add in oil and 10 grams of butter. One medium-sized onion cut lengthwise that I saute until they change color. To this, I add in a teaspoon of garlic and ginger paste until it's aromatic, and then I add in 1 tomato until it's softened. Adding in the cooked dal, a teaspoon of jeera powder, which is cumin powder, and we also call it as Sev Puri. A teaspoon of dhania powder known as coriander powder, we call it as costwayjewelrycabinet. A teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, salt to taste, and I allow it to come to a good boil. And then I add in a teaspoon of MTR garam masala, coriander leaves and fresh lime to finish off. I've also set the rice to pressure cook on the other side. Now I have made this dal makhani particularly for tonight's dinner, as I have all the chutneys ready for chaats that I'm going to use the same for tomorrow's lunch, which we at home call as dal makhani chaat, which tastes fabulous as a warm chaat. Now tell me, who wouldn't like to eat chaats in a row after all that we have at home? And planning ahead in this way has always been a good idea, which works best in my house. Dal makhani with rice is a very heartwarming dinner that we love to eat it with ghee and uppinkai. The following day, it's lunchtime, and this is the leftover dal makhani that I have taken out from the refrigerator and warming it up. I've also got 1 small onion, 1 tomato and a few coriander leaves chopped. Me and Shreya just love this combination of chaat that we thoroughly enjoy eating, and when we have everything ready like this from the previous day, life is all good to enjoy food. I drizzle in meeta chutney, tikka chutney, onions, tomatoes, sev and coriander leaves. And luckily the summer is still on and is going all good even in the mid of September. So happy to be enjoying this chaat with my baby girl, who will be away soon from home to explore life on her own. I really hope you found this video informative, useful and fun to watch. Thanks for watching.